By the way, if your character isn't mentioned in this video, they just don't have a chance. And speaking of people not mentioned enough, what about Vidal? I'm not gonna lie. I seen the other day a short and it was like, yo, if Naruto had a Hall of Fame, who would be in it? Now, I'm not gonna steal his flow on Naruto quite yet, but it did make me think, if Universe 7 were to make a Hall of Fame, if Dragon Ball would have a Hall of Fame, who is in the Dragon Ball Hall of Fame? Who are the snubs? Who are the hell no's? And then most importantly, who are the first ballots? Because it's more than just being strong. It's about what you do for your universe, too. And I think this is a conversation that can get real crazy. I think to start it off, y'all already know, first ballot. Never was a doubt. Never will be a doubt. First pick, my glorious king. And it is no conversation. Even if we are doing not even Universe 7, but what we could really do is do pertaining to Earth. I think that's an interesting one as well. But even if it is pertaining to Earth, Goku's no doubt. I mean, he's the guy that saves the universe time in and time out. He saves his planet time in and time out. He's arguably the strongest mortal. I mean, in my opinion, he is the strongest mortal because, you know, you have Beerus and shit. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Goku is easily in the Hall of Fame for Universe 7, but I think I'm gonna amend this video though. I think what's more interesting, because if we do Universe 7, we're just gonna name a bunch of strong guys. A Hall of Fame for Earth will be very interesting. I think low-key, let's go with Earth, and Goku's still the first overall pick. Goku's still the first overall pick. Now, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I could get very controversial immediately. There's a sneaky argument that he is the only first ballot. I'm not gonna make it, but at the end of this video, we can talk about how he's potentially the only first ballot. It's a damn good one. The more I thought about it, when I thought of this idea, it's a damn good argument that Goku just is so hot. Like, it's not even glazed to my glorious king, even though I call him my glorious king. It's like the shit he did for Earth is so much higher than anybody that you could argue that it's unfair. But then again, I don't think that he's the only one that would conceivably be first ballot. I do think he's easily Earth's GOAT. That being said, I'm just gonna go throw out names now and we can discuss where they are. And I wanna talk about this guy. Next name I wanna talk about, this is a weird case. Is Piccolo in the Hall of Fame? And if he is he first ballot? Is he second ballot? Yeah, the case may be. I would say Piccolo's in the Hall of Fame. Easy. I don't know if Piccolo's first ballot though. The door of entry for first ballot has to be strict, chat. It does. I understand we have favorite characters, but first ballot shit has to be strict. Your case for Piccolo quite literally must be a case of, well, he is also Kami. Kami is God. Kami's an overseer, plus mentors Gohan. Piccolo is a being that almost wiped us out. And considering that his lifespan is attached to arguably the strongest entity on Earth, he do be dying. He do be doing that. And then not to mention, in terms of who he actually takes down for the sake of Earth, what are the names? Stalemating 17, going out a little sad, but, you know, putting up a fight against Nappa, stalling Frieza. He has impactful moments for Earth, and I think that gets him in a Hall of Fame easy. I don't know if this is a first ballot resume. Yeah, killing Raditz. Killing Raditz is probably the big one, but I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. And I think for me personally, and this is how I feel with sports, if I question it, bro, I don't think you get in. If I question, are you first ballot? 90% of the time, it means you're not first ballot. But Piccolo, I think without a shadow of a doubt, is a Hall of Famer. And then maybe we'll go on and have a second ballot tier if we really feel like it. Training Gohan. Speaking of, let's go to him. Gohan. I'm not gonna lie. Second ballot of hell. He is not first ballot. He is not first ballot. He is not first ballot. I'll make that case right. He is not first ballot. Not even close. He's almost sold Earth several times. And maybe it's unfair to argue the times he did as a kid. He does it as an adult too. Gohan, no qualms. I'm happy my chat agrees with me. Hopefully YouTube 242 doesn't sit there and cap. No, Gohan doesn't have a case for being in there. he just beat Cell. And he get it big back. And that's a big deal. It's a big deal. But no, you don't get that for unlocking Beast and beating Cell. No, you don't. He's insanely strong. One of the more talented people in the Dragon Ball. He could be what if man all you want. He's not there. So I'm glad we agree. We'll maybe clean up and go second ballot later on. This is why I don't think Goku is alone in first ballot. Gun to my head. And this is going to seem like I'm being weird to be weird. I'm not going to lie. The case is too strong. I would say that the next first ballot for me personally, if I have to put someone next to Goku, and you'll see why I don't know if I'm doing that, but without a doubt, Earth Hall of Fame, Bulma's first ballot. Bulma, too strong of a case. Way too strong of a case. What's the case, Sage? She's able to reverse engineer any alien technology that has ever transpired to your planet. On top of that, she was capable of finding the doctor that was going to destroy your planet, is able to remove bombs from the androids that were also going to destroy your planet. She is able to develop spacecraft that helps you resurrect beings that are capable of protecting your planet, and brought you back the Dragon Balls through the process of building that spacecraft. Mind you, she's also capable of saving future timelines. And on the lowest of keys, befriending literal god entities. Befriending Whis and Beerus is a major, like, it's so much shit that Bulma does for Earth. Hell, I could even get nasty with it. The fact that this guy doesn't hate us. Bulma just has way too strong of a case to say that not only is she first ballot, but she has stronger cases than like Piccolo. She has stronger cases than like Gohan. She has stronger cases than a ton of other people that you could fathomably put on this list that, honestly speaking, you could put her in first ballot. And I would say, gun to my head, I would do so. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Stronger case than Goku? Nah, I wouldn't say that. We'll come back to that, but I emphatically disagree. I think, mild spoiler, Goku is easily Earth's GOAT. You so not putting Gohan first ballot? Yeah. Gohan's just not in the convo. Gohan's definitely a Hall of Famer for beating Cell. You beat Cell Max, you're in the Hall of Fame. You're insanely strong on Earth. You're probably still gonna make the Hall of Fame off talent. You don't literally fold in majority of arcs and get there. Now, he's not first ballot. Y'all gonna think I'm trolling. He unironically got a case for the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in. Let's talk about Hercule. It's a weird case. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in. You could completely snub Hercule. You could put him in there as well. The case for Hercule is simple. He's the guy everybody believes is doing this shit. When you befriend Majin Buu, you not only befriend Majin Buu, but then you convince the Earth to defeat Buu. That is an all-time feat. Unfortunately for Hercule, that's the only feat he has. Outside of that, it's just insane popularity. And I mean, we're literally told the story that he's essentially like not who he say he is. But that's like a very strong feat. Earth is dead without Hercule existing. That is a fact. Hercule's case is very tough. If I have to say gun to my head, he saved Earth twice. When did he do it again? Buu and Cell. Oh, he does throw 16. Without that, you type shit. Yeah, he does throw 16, but he's so non-impactful for his own personal play. I think Hercule is going to be a high-end snub for me. I think Hercule is going to be a high-end snub, but we can resume the conversation when we look at who's in the Hall of Fame. Because true, it's very true without him, Earth combust, but it's essentially Spirit Bomb, Android 16, and that's it. Yeah. And befriending Majin Buu. This is interesting, guy. This is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. He was always there, but I don't think I could do it because he has too many times of almost and or literally making things worse. You could take if he killed Vegeta, that we know what that timeline looks like. I'm not a what if YouTuber, but we know what that timeline looks like if he kills Vegeta. We could talk about the Cell Saga. We could talk about him being smarter on Namek. We could talk about how his irrelevance, pretty much any arc past that up until the Tournament of Power, where he's also first eliminated. I think Krillin is a very adored player. for Team Universe 7/Earth. But me saying that he is a Hall of Famer for Earth, I can't do it. I can't do it. Taming 16, that's a feat, but compare the feats to Piccolo and Gohan. Piccolo is the mentor for someone else who is a Hall of Famer. Krillin, the best thing you could say for that is a once very brief rival of a first ballot Hall of Famer, and once in a blue moon can inspire anybody who else is in the Hall of Fame. Maybe perhaps also a catalyst to a Hall of Fame moment. But I honestly, as someone in chat just typed, I would genuinely argue that you could put Hercule in the Hall of Fame before you put Krillin in the Hall of Fame. I don't think there's a strong enough argument. We can name things that every character does. I don't think you can do it. This one, just to get a last trigger one, because obviously, you know, Krillin's a character people like. He's not going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's always around. He's in the Hall of Fame. Weak ass Hall of Fame. Oh my God. He's always around. Anyway, Android 17, maybe the highest feat, but outside of that, obviously no. Maybe the highest feat for Earth, but obviously no. I'm just getting him out the way because I know somebody's going to bring him up at some point. Probably the highest feat. Literally, he doesn't stay on the rock, we die. But I don't think that's Hall of Fame. I think he just has a very good case for being a snub. Someone else who I would argue not only has a case for a Hall of Fame, but we can have serious conversations for first ballot. This is going to be a troll to some of you all, but I'm dead serious. 3, 2, 1. The case is crazy. Hall of Fame, I don't need to discuss. He was at one point the protector of Earth, without a doubt. He is literally, prior to Goku, the Goku before Goku. So there's that. I think that already does it. If that does not do it, he is the mentor of those who would go on to protect Earth. But then not only that, he then, beyond past his prime, is still able to make major contributions. I honestly think he's first ballot. The idea that he has something to seal immortal beings. He has a technique literally made to seal immortal beings that he taught to other people that are stronger than him so we can go out there and, I don't know. When everything a first ballot talent takes is from you, and you also were what that first ballot play. That's the thing. If Roshi never was a Goku once upon a time, he's just a Hall of Famer. And I would just get cooked. But for me, Roshi was who Goku is. I gotta say Roshi is probably first ballot. We could come back and look at this. But I think Roshi has a stronger case than everybody below him thus far. Now, here's somebody that I think might not be in the Hall of Fame at all. And that's going to be a trigger warning. Y'all going to think this is rage bait. 3, 2, 1. It's shaky. It's very shaky. Absurd talent. Absurd talent. Absurd talent. We are not going to sit there and say he's not an absurd talent. He is an absurd talent, does a lot for them, and because Piccolo's here, probably is in. The thing with Piccolo, though, Piccolo's responsible for the Dragon Balls. My issue with Vegeta being in the Hall of Fame for Earth, no conversation is a bit crazy? No. You're going to see why. You're going to see why right now. Walk with me, chat. You want to know the conversation for why Vegeta shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame?
He tried to kill us at least 3 times.
I mean, damn. When do you get disqualified? When do you get disqualified? He has tried to wipe us out 3 times minimum, flagrantly. So at what point are you eliminated? Piccolo has to. Piccolo been let that shit go. But this dude regressed. There's an entire arc dedicated to him regressing and doing it again. At least Piccolo is still responsible for the strongest magical power on your planet. This is just some dude that is able, that tried to blow you up, then went to Namek, had his own agenda piece, whatever, cool. Cell Saga was pretty impactful for us. Then in the Buu Saga, just says and I'm back to it. Then in the Goku Black arc destroys our best way of training. He's definitely not first ballot, despite being a first ballot talent. Vegeta is a talent, easy first ballot. But my God, we can't sit there and say because Vegeta's strong plus speeches, like he's an insta-lock for the Hall of Fame. The dude has tried to pack us up on multiple times. I'm over here skipping over the Cell Saga chat. He wanted the strongest possible entity on Earth to try to defeat Earth by making that being stronger. What are we doing? Like you see what I'm saying? At some point, if you're Earth, you're disqualified. You can't. There's 3 arcs. There are 3 arcs. Literally 3 where you could argue, yeah, gang, you just tried to get us out of here. What happened to 3 strikes you're out? so it's tough. But Vegeta's case is really tough. Really, really tough. Say let Bobbity. No, it's not even just letting Bobbity take over his mind. Gang.
He killed people!
He killed people, dude. This isn't just like I get y'all being butthurt. I get y'all being upset. But chat, I know deep down, y'all know I'm not bugging. I know deep down, y'all know nobody's making anything up right now. This nigga is literally on 3 major separate occasions killing niggas on Earth. And not only is he killing niggas on Earth, he's killing niggas on Earth for the sake of his own selfish desires. 3 times. He put the planet at stake 3 times. There are 4 arcs in Dragon Ball, chat. There are 4 arcs in Dragon Ball. And 3 times he's did it. The one time he didn't do it,
He wasn't on Earth!
we're gonna come back to him because I'm not trolling. This is insane. This is insane. The one time we're over here talking about every time. The one time that he wasn't trying to, like, he didn't do damage to Earth or try to blow up Earth for selfish desires. He was not on Earth, and he swore he would come back to Earth to do it. It's not that beating Topo isn't a feat. It's not that it's a failed sacrifice. And then that's another thing. And then I could be toxic. I'm not even trying to be toxic. I mean the non-toxic argument. The toxic argument is, what does he actually do? Right? Obviously, he's the main antagonist of the Saiyan Saga. The Cell Saga, did he beat Frieza? No. Did he beat Cell? No. In fact, he beat Cell and then let Cell beat him. Did he beat Boo? No. So, yap. Growth as a character.
You're not on subject, buddy!
Dragon Ball fans in reading, Mission Impossible. Dragon Ball fans in interpretation, Mission Impossible. We are not talking about this nigga's development. That is not the subject. We are talking about, if you are responsible for the canton of Earth, would you put this nigga in the Hall of Fame, and why? And a great argument could be made, no, don't put this nigga in the Hall of Fame. No, we are not talking about, is Vegeta a great character? We are not talking about, is Vegeta an all-time strong combatant? We are not saying he's fucking weaker than Roshi. No. We are talking about, is he an Earth Hall of Fame? I don't know. Thank you, someone with the good point. Let's talk about the good things Vegeta does. Vegeta inspires Goku to actually embrace his Saiyan heritage. Vegeta not only does that, Vegeta inspires his son to get his shit together, which therefore helps him get his shit together. Vegeta is a Saiyan buff. Being a Saiyan buff to other good-natured Saiyans is a big deal. Let's talk about the fact that, hey, we credit Hercule for actually letting the spirit bomb fly, but hey, bro, Vegeta not only called out the fact that Goku should have just saved his sons and we win, but hey, why don't you have these Earth niggas just help us make the spirit bomb? But the issue is, though, the cons are just more flagrant. So obviously you have the Cell Saga thing, you have the Boo Saga thing, and then he's the main antagonist. So it's a tough case. I want to see more names, but I just wanted to point out I have no idea. I think he's a Hall of Fame talent, but if I have to consider him to be in the Hall of Fame, I don't know. I think, to be honest, I do know, and the only reason I'm playing it safe is because there's a ton of Vegeta fans and a ton of people that believe if you're strong, you belong in the Hall of Fame. But I don't know. We'll come back to him later. Chi-Chi's not even in consideration. Next up, let's talk about somebody who I think is obviously not in the Hall of Fame, but I know people are gonna like him. Shenron, not even close. What's the argument? No, just not there. You just snub. I don't even think you have a good argument outside of I like Tien. He doesn't have one. Doesn't have it, unfortunately. And I like Tien. Doesn't have it. This is an interesting name. And I was thinking of this name when I thought of Roshi, mild spoiler. This is an interesting name. Is King Kai in the Hall of Fame? King Kai being the mentor to a first balloter. The issue with King Kai is you always expect him to do a bit more, but King Kai also is a great source of communication for Earth, right? So like King Kai lets you know, yo, Beerus is on the way. Or King Kai lets you know, yo, this is how we're gonna be able to make this wish on the Dragon Balls when Piccolo gets resurrected, da, da, da. So he's like very good comms. He's also a mentor. Unfortunately, though, for King Kai, his mentee catalog, I'm not saying he's a bad mentor, chat, but we're talking about Hall of Fame. Turtle School in 4, nigga. Like, what does Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu do for us going forth? And are we gonna glaze Goku so badly that we're gonna say off of you mentor Goku, you're in? You can do that. I think I'm actually going to personally not do that. The greatest claim for King Kai to get in the Hall of Fame is the literal existence of like the techniques Goku uses. But I don't think I can do it. I think King Kai is a really high tier snub. Chad's been spamming this one. Let's just get this out the way. 3, 2, 1, Shenron, easy Hall of Famer, not first ballot. I think that's the most agreeable thing I've said today. Shenron can be manipulated. Shenron can be the reason of why things don't work out for Earth, but obviously, for the most part, literally resurrecting people puts you in the Hall of Fame. Next. Yeah, I want to say, yeah, that's easy. That's easy. That's second ballot of hell. Shenron's in, but he's nowhere near first ballot. Why y'all say Shenron? Oh, they're going to keep spamming it. I didn't feel like seeing it in the chat that much more. Who else? By the way, if your character isn't mentioned in this video, they just don't have a chance. And speaking of people not mentioned enough. What about Vidal? She Universe 7 Hall of Fame. She ain't Earth Hall of Fame, nigga. She's beyond being in Earth's Hall of Fame. I'm not even gonna diss Vidal by putting her on this list. Let's bring up an obvious no, but I think he's gonna get he's strong though, Sage. So what about him? Someone who is not in the Hall of Fame for the same reasoning as fucking Vegeta, potentially. 3, 2, 1. Frieza is not in the Hall of Fame, dog. No, absolutely not. He attacked Earth twice. No, no. He'd do it again. No. Just flat out no. Hell, there's a timeline, the one we live in, where he literally blew the planet up. Third time of me saying this now. No. Frieza's not even a snub. Frieza shouldn't be considered. Yeah, I'm gonna make a shouldn't be considered, but will. Shouldn't be considered, but fans be fans. Frieza. This might be just Frieza tier. There's gonna be people on Twitter, man, Frieza should have been in the Hall of Fame, bro. Look how strong he is. No, not even close. This is an interesting name. I don't know if he gets in though, but an interesting name is Kami himself. Honestly, I'm leaning towards no. I'm honestly leaning towards him being a snub. He has the basis, you know, of the Dragon Ball plus ratio, but he got an argument to get the hell out. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Because we know what his argument is, right? He is Mr. Dragon Ball. He's God. But like, it's a king to a god. What's a god to a non-believer? And he made his own selfish desires not to win. And someone in chat brought up, he literally could have been fused with Piccolo, and a lot of threats are over with. Is there not a mentor chamber in your Hall of Fame? Yeah, Roshi's the first ballot. We gave Roshi first ballot. Oh, there is a name I didn't talk about, and this is gonna be a trigger warning. Oh my God, because he has a case. Oh, this is a trigger warning. I'm not gonna lie, trigger warning indeed. 3, 2, 1, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's easy in the Hall of Fame. He's easily in the Hall of Fame. And this is why I'm saying, y'all know I like Vegeta more than Trunks, but no doubt he's in the Hall of Fame. No doubt. No doubt. I sit here and tell Trunks fans they're stupid and annoying all the fucking time. But yeah, textbook reason. He's the reason that we're not dead now. He's the reason that people are as strong as they are now. He saves his own fucking timeline twice. Yeah, no, he's textbook Hall of Fame. Textbook Hall of Fame. He's only not first ballot because he does consistently rely on the help of others. That's the only reason not first ballot. But he is easy Hall of Fame. If he didn't rely on the help of others so much so, he'd be first ballot. But his premise is I need the help of you and you and you consistently. Hell, he literally saves our time. Yeah, again, he saves both timelines. He kills Frieza. Nobody else was gonna kill Frieza. To end the video off potentially, I don't know how short this video is. Whis, Beerus, I'm not adding gods, by the way. I know King Kai kind of cheated that already, but I'm not gonna add Beerus and Whis, but to be honest, mild spoiler, they wouldn't make it. they wouldn't make it. But yeah, I think I'm not gonna lie. Vegeta's about to go in and shouldn't be considered, but fans be fans. I'm gonna say no, because Vegeta you can consider, so I'll say no, but fans be fans. Cause it's just too much. You can't tell me 4 out of 4 arcs he had at one point in time intent of blowing up the planet, and he's in the Hall of Fame. There's no way. Great turnaround, but there's no way. Whis did a thing, but Whis is too. The reason why Whis is a snub, if we must do gods, which I don't want to do, but if I must do gods just to prolong the video, the reason why Whis, I don't want to put him in the Hall of Fame is because he sits there idly by with the ability to do something too many times. There's no way I'm calling you Hall of Famer for that. None. Vegeta's 50-50 in Super. Yeah, in Super, you give him a case, but then type shit. Supreme Kai, that stupid guy. I think anybody not on the list, we're kind of just naming names because we're like, do you know this name? Yajirobe is a snub, but Yajirobe has great feats. For the sheer fact that Yajirobe, I mean, we never see him again. And, I mean, we see him, but all he is providing senzu beans. He saves Goku in original Dragon Ball, and he cuts Vegeta's tail. Again, crazy feats. I don't know if I'm calling you, I don't know if that's a Hall of Fame resume, but those are really good feats. Like Trunks, Hall of Fame resume. Piccolo low-key looking like a polar bear. What's the good shit for Piccolo again? What's Piccolo's case again? Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, Gohan, Shenron, and Trunks kind of shit on Piccolo's case. Gohan, Shenron, and Trunks are kind of shitting on training Gohan. Killing Raditz and training Gohan. He does also contribute greatly in Cell Mat. I'll let him rock. Because he's responsible for the Dragon Balls as well. Pause on 17, that's a horrible case. Like, let me be clear. The second form Frieza fight was cool. The 17 fight was cool. That is not a Hall of Fame case. That is a good fight in Dragon Ball. That is not a Hall of Fame case. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully now, if we do a part 2 to this, and this is why I did Dragon Ball before Naruto, we understand what the concept of this video is. Because y'all are naming cool stuff about characters. Y'all are naming Vegeta's character development. Y'all are naming cool fights that Piccolo's in. None of that was just named had anything to do with making the Earth Hall of Fame. But Piccolo probably still gets in though, because again, his existence gives Earth the hope that it needs, type shit. And then the mentorship of Gohan does matter a lot. I'll keep Piccolo in. Corin, Master Corin. Corin's like an OG thing. I think Corin is a better version, for Earth, a better King Kai. Yeah, Corin can get in. Yeah, I'll give you that. Corin gets in. Because senzu bean implication, we know how valuable that is. And then obviously his training with Goku. I think those two things get you in. Yeah, I think this is it. I think we have our first ballot Hall of Famers being Bulma, Roshi, and Goku. Our Hall of Famers being Gohan, Trunks, Piccolo, Shenron, and Corin. The criteria being, not only have you defended Earth, but you are the reason Earth was saved. Like literally all 5 of them are the sole reason the Earth was, like you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to domino effect it. Piccolo killed Raditz and saved the Earth. Gohan killed Cell and saved the Earth. Shenron resurrected niggas, literally. Trunks killed Frieza and saved the Earth. You got a stingy ass Hall of Fame, and that's how I want to end the video. And that's how I want to end the video. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought, dude? Man, it's almost like, holy shit. It's almost like, it's a prestigious goddamn. Yeah, facts. Someone made the perfect analogy. Dude, this ain't the All-Star game. If we're talking about Earth's All-Stars, this shit, we got them right here. This ain't no fucking All-Star game. We talking about the Hall of Fame. We gotta be strict. Obviously, if we just talking about, has anyone saved Earth before? Yes. Hercule saved Earth before. Krillin saved Earth before. 17 saved Earth before. Tien contributed to save Earth. Duh. It's the Hall of Fame, nigga. We gotta have strict standards. Take care, stay blessed.